everyone, how are you all doing? Today I thought I would finally show you guys how I curl my hair. Now, I have done a previous video on how I curl my hair, but recently, since having my hair dyed, it's completely changed. I basically was in hairdressers, had my hair dyed, and then she styled my hair in such a way that I just fell in love with that kind of style. So naturally, when I came home, I tried curling it with my curlers that I used before, and it just didn't give the same vibe. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try something new. So I kind of switched it up and gone back to a way I used to curl my hair before I found my current curlers, which are the GHD Curve Curl Wand. I will link them below. Incredible curlers. If you're looking for a curler, they are incredible. I'd highly recommend. They'll be linked below. They create kind of like more of a wavy curl, which I personally like more than like a kind of perfect round curl, if you know what I mean. I should have got them down to show you guys, but they're up there and we're already filming now. So yeah, I'll pop a picture on the screen so you can see what they look like, but I love them. They're amazing. Anyway, recently I've been really getting back into using straighteners. Now, I used to use a really old kind of pretty decent pair of Babyliss straighteners. I probably would still use them now if I still had them, but I actually gave them to my sister. I'm genuinely a believer that you don't need to spend loads and loads of money on a pair of straighteners. You can still use cheaper straighteners and still get the same effect. But I do actually have a more pricier pair of straighteners that I'm going to be using today, which are, oh my god, I just hit myself in the face. Good job they're not on. These are the GHD Platinum straighteners. I was gifted these, when was I gifted these? A while ago. I want to say April, March, I don't know. And at the time I was kind of like, oh, I don't know how often I'm going to straighten my hair. But these for curling are amazing. I used to always want a pair of GHDs when I was younger, and I never ever got a pair because they're expensive. But I think since I've actually got these, I'm like, I can see why people buy them, because they are amazing and they just feel good, you know. So like I said, these are the GHD Platinum straighteners and I love them. I think I've really become a convert for GHD, which I never used to be. But saying that, you can get some really good cheaper alternatives. So I will link some cheaper alternatives below for anyone who doesn't want to spend the money on GHD, because I am fully aware that it's not cheap. So yeah, these are what I'm going to be using today. I actually find these are my favourite straighteners that I own. I own a few pairs, and I really like these ones. They're quite small, quite compact. The lead of them is quite long as well. The plug is like way over there, so very happy with those. So that's what I'm going to be using. Where's my hairbrush? It's over there. Hang on. Oh, got it. So this is my hairbrush. I'm not going to show you too close because it has got hair in it. Probably should have pulled the hair out before I did this video. Anyway, I don't know, I've lost my train of thought. I'm going to put some heat protectant in my hair. I did put some other stuff in it last night, but I'm just going to pop a bit of this in just for extra protection. This is the Kerastase. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's this one, and I'll link it below. I'm just going to spray a little bit of this in. I washed my hair last night. Usually I wash my hair and then straighten straight away, but curl straight away, but last night I washed my hair late, so obviously didn't do it last night, and I want to show you guys how I curl my hair. So I'm just brushing the heat protectant spray through my hair. For anyone who's wondering in terms of what I ask for at the hairdressers, because I'm sure someone will get that question quite a lot, I usually just ask for balayage, and this time I had just like an update balayage, there's not really much else that I asked for, and then had some bits around the front to like kind of frame my face and just bring the blonde in, which I love. I love these bits. I think that's probably my favourite thing about my hair. And I also had it chopped, so it's like a blunt cut at the bottom, which I really like. I think it suits my hair and my style a little bit more, whereas before it was quite like thin at the ends, and it just didn't, wasn't a vibe. So yeah, anyway, brushed that through. My hair looks super flat now, but there we go. And then I'm just going to section my hair in half. I have a lot of hair, obviously depending on how much hair you have and depending on how long your hair is, section it however you will, but I do have a lot of hair, so it does take a bit of time for me to get through all of my hair. And then with this second section, I'm just going to divide it again, like, just in half, so I can get to every piece of my hair, and just clip that up like so. Okay, so now we're getting into the fun part of actually curling my hair. So with straighteners you often get quite a wavy kind of loose curl, which I personally love. That's like the kind of look that I do actually quite like, because I don't think super tight curls really suit my hair and my style, because they end up making your hair a little bit shorter, and I quite like the length of my hair as is, so I don't want to make it look too much shorter. Obviously when you curl your hair anyway it looks shorter, but yeah. So how do I curl my hair? Well, here's how. I'm going to take a section from the back. I always start from the back because then I don't miss any pieces. It's so easy to miss hair if you start from the front. And then what I do is get my straighteners, and I usually straighten the root a little bit just because I have kind of like wavy hair, so it's kind of like just to kind of make it a bit more seamless. And then what I do is put it on, and then I turn it around, and I just basically just drag it down. And I don't focus too much on the ends because I want the ends to to sit quite like flat and like not curled at the bottom. It's kind of hard to explain, but I want it to sit so that when it's all done, all of the hair is kind of slightly a bit straight at the bottom, so it just sits more like a natural way rather than it looks like you've been curling hair. Am I making any sense? Probably not. Do it again, show you guys. Straighten the root, and then I don't always straighten the root, but where I've not blow dried my hair, I my hair's a bit natural, like wavy, so yeah. And as you can see, it's slightly bit curled here at the bottom, but not too much. Yeah, I love using straighteners to curl my hair. I just find it so easy. And also, if you want a tighter curl, go slower with the straighteners, and if you want something a bit looser, go quicker with the straighteners as you pull them down. I know that straightening, oh my god, why do I keep saying that? I know that using curlers, no, I know that using straighteners to curl your hair can be a little bit tricky, but I personally, like, once you get the hang of it, it's honestly the best thing ever. So that's that side done. I'll do the other side with you. Again, I always curl away from my face as well because I think it's the most flattering. I know some people will curl away the whole way around, or they'll do like one way, one the other. I personally don't find the one way, one the other works for my hair. But if you have like maybe thinner hair, or potentially like you want it to look more thicker, maybe try that. So again, I'm just going to straighten the roots a little bit, and this time I take the straighteners the other way around, so just turning them like so, pulling them down, and you get like a nice loose wave curl, which I just absolutely love. So like just natural looking. I love a natural curl, so I'm just gonna pull this down, and I just do the same thing basically the whole way through my head. There we go, so that's the bottom section done. As you can see, quite loose, quite not like super curly. I will do the next section and then I'll show you what it looks like, because you don't need to be watching me doing the whole thing. But yeah. Okay, most of my hair is done. I hope you could see that. And now I'm on to the top bit, so I thought I would talk you guys through it. I mean, it's no different really to the rest of my hair, but I do have my fringy bits, so, and I do have like a little bit of a process on how I do those. So obviously for the top bit, I do still curl away from my face like so. And I like to make sure that the curls on top are looking their best, because the ones underneath don't need to look like super pristine because they're underneath, but the ones on top, you know, that's like the first bit of your hair. You want them to look pretty. And I also always have like so much hair towards the top. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way I section it. It's probably the case, really, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just sectioning this now. I love doing my hair like this. It always makes me feel so good. It's just so nice. Okay, so when we get to this front section, as you can see, these bits of hair are quite short because I had them like framed, face framed, feather, I don't know what you call it. So I have like, they're just slowly getting shorter towards the front of my fringe, and I really like to make sure that I section these bits out so that when my fringe is curled, it all kind of slowly like goes into one another, but still looks quite like, I don't know, just so it flows better. Otherwise it just looks a bit weird if it's like two chunky curls. I like them to have like a few little ones, if you know what I mean. So I've done that one, and then go again, section it off. So those are like the longer bits of my fringe, I guess. I wouldn't even class these as fringe, but they're just like the extra bits. And I like to take the curls of my fringe quite slow as I drag them down, so that I get them properly curled, because they do fall out probably the most, because that's what I touch the most in terms of my hair. And then this last little bit of my fringe I always split into two and curl it like so. And I just curl it away from my face, quite a tight curl, and then out. I'll do the same with this last bit. And curl out, and then I just leave them to sit like that so they cool down and just like, you know, stay in place. I'm going to do the other side and then I'll be back with you. Okay, I've just finished curling everything. I just did obviously my fringe the same as I did before, obviously curling the other way. I don't know why I'm quite brown today. I've not put any fake tan on, so well, I am wearing fake tan, but I didn't put any fresh fake tan on. Anyway, so now my hair is like so. I'm going to take my brush. I use this one. This is the wet brush. I don't know what exactly it's called. I'll link it below for anyone who is interested. I just like it because it's quite, the bristles are quite far apart, so it doesn't like completely yank your hair out. And when you brush out curls, you kind of want something that's like very sparse, so that it doesn't like destroy the curls. It just kind of like brushes them together, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna brush through, starting at the back. I'll start with this side because this side's probably cooled down a little bit. I always brush my front bits like kind of backwards, just to kind of do the same on this side. I love brushing through my curls. Don't know why. And then just brush down the back so that it blends all the curls together. And then we have it. My hair is done. That is how I curl my hair. One thing I will say is that my hair holds curl very, very well. So don't be disheartened if you curl your hair with straighteners and it falls out or it doesn't look the same. My hair just holds curl. I don't know why, but it just holds it so well. So my hair will probably stay this curly for like days. But if your hair doesn't hold curl, I would use hairspray. I don't actually know a very good hairspray because I don't use hairspray. But yeah, I would use a decent hairspray to hold it together. I'll just show you the back of my hair. This is what it looks like. I just love it. It's not exactly how the hairdresser did it, I won't lie. She did like a blow dry, then a loose curl, and it was a little less, I mean, this is a bit more like makeshift, done it myself kind of vibes, whereas it was so pristine the way she did it. But you know, I still like this, I still like it, it's a vibe. I just wanted to mention before I finish this video a couple of products that I use in my hair that I really like, that I would recommend. I don't use a lot in my hair, I won't lie. I obviously use the heat spray that I showed you earlier, and the only other two products that I religiously use, that like I always go back to, because when it comes to shampoo and stuff I use all sorts of different ones. But the first one is the Garnier Ultimate Blends Hair Food Mask. Hair mask, I can't speak. This hair mask I absolutely love. I use it every single time. I love the smell of it. It's very nourishing. It's also pretty affordable, so I really like going back to this because I know it's not going to cost a bomb. I do actually really like the Olaplex hair mask, but again, it costs a lot of money. This one doesn't cost a lot of money and you get quite a lot. Ah, it smells so good. I do use quite a lot of this because I have a lot of hair, but it does last at least, if you don't have as much hair as me, it probably would last you a lot longer, but I would say about 4 or 5 uses I can get out of this, maybe 4 depending on how much I put on. But I love this so much. I will do a video on me using it if you'd like to see that, but I basically just coat my hair in it. So I love this, I'll link it below. And then the other product is the Bleach London Silver Shampoo. Really good silver shampoo. I also really like the conditioner, but I don't have that anymore because I've used it up. I love a silver or purple conditioner, and I just lather my hair in it. It's like one of my favourite things to use. But the Bleach London one I actually really like. It's probably one of my favourites that I've used before. I also like the Elvive purple shampoo. Again, I'll link that below. Really cheap, and really good. So yeah, that is how I curl my hair. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was informative. If you have any questions about my hair, or you'd like me to explain anything, pop them in the comments. I have done a video previously on like my hair story, so I will link that below as well. It's quite old, but I'll link it below anyway because my hair hasn't really changed over probably the last few years. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all in my next video.